Yeah, I just wanted to clarify one thing. You said in the conversations that we hold with prospective employers that the rhetoric should be along the lines of speaking about what the company does, what it's like to work there, where they see the trajectory in the marketplace, and et cetera. Not go straight to, is it fair to be honest and say, I'm going to be done with my Masa program in a month or two or three? And what's the balance there? How do we approach these people?
You want to find the right way to get their attention. The context has to be about them, not you. Once you have that conversation, my best advice is to ask for advice. So my name is Alex, and I came to Israel because of blah, 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 and I'm doing this thing called Masa, which is an internship that works XYZ, and it's about to end in a month. And my plan is to stay in Israel, and if you ask me where I really want to work, it's with companies in your industry. What do you think is the best way for me to get to work with companies like yours? Someone like me wanting to work for a company like yours, say your competition. Where do you think Danny Cohen, who I just helped and is now on the phone with me, where do you think I could be useful for companies like yours?
Okay.
It's very important from my experience to use that phrase for companies such as yours. Because when you don't ask Danny to hire you, you take the pressure off the table. When you sell, you ask someone to buy you or your product. When you ask, you go lean forward. The other person emotionally, they lean backward. You ask someone to hire you. Are you hiring? I want to work for you. I'm looking for a job. No, we're not hiring right now. Please send me the email, refer to HR. They go defense. But if you ask their advice and you ask them, what is the best way for someone like you to get an opportunity with a company like them? What's the best way to work for them? Because you don't get to say how it will be done, and you don't get to say what you'll do for them. You only get to say why you want to work for companies like them. And that will be the reason they will want you, because you connect to their why. That's the Simon Sinek. When you do it that way, there's no pressure on Danny Cohen, so he doesn't go defense. So he can lean forward. And then two things will happen. And then I want to move to the next question. 1 out of 100, he will say, you know what? It's so funny. We're looking for someone like you. 1 in 100. 99 out of 100, he'll say, listen, I have nothing for you right now. But you know what? Here's my advice. I think if you go to our competition, you should tell them X, Y, Z. And you should do it in a way that is A, B, C. And then you thank them a lot, and you take their advice, and you move on. And you try their advice. And 80% will not work, and 20% will work. And then you come back to them and you tell them after 2 weeks, hi, Donnie, hope you are all well. I wanted to happily tell you that blah, blah, blah happened thanks to your advice, the 20% that don't really matter much. But you're so excited to tell them that their advice worked a little bit. But then you're going to add the second part that says, but with regards to the second part of your advice, I admit I tried it and it didn't really work. Maybe I didn't understand you correctly. When you said to do blah, 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 did you mean this way or that way? Sincerely yours, Alex. Now, Alex just gave you an advice. Some of it worked, but some of it didn't. Doesn't feel good to give an advice that doesn't work. There's a higher chance he will reply to you. You're leaning backwards. You're making him lean forward into you. You're dragging him into your world. When you do it 2, 3 times, what I came to learn, on the third time, emotionally, unconsciously, they start working for you. It's another reason why to ask for the advice.
Yeah, thank you. Makes sense.